So if you're looking right here, you're actually seeing the fledglings. You can see the front part or the top part of their feathers. They're just sitting there. The mama bird was just here a few seconds ago. Just got a message from out of the blue. And that is actually in a photo of the show, like me a message right now. Someone that's working with the Navy and killing babies. She killed one of my babies. She works with some losers in the Navy that deals with drugs and stuff like that. So she kept messaging me. She messaged me during my second marriage to try to intervene on my second marriage. So today is the 4th of July. It is the 4th of July, and that is proof. Sometimes I use Adam the Woo as proof of what day it is, because those can only post a certain day. He posts a lot of it out of Florida, but he also posts from California. We know from the time that, well, we have proof of that, and there's a lot of other kind of proof I can. Hey, sweetie, today's the 4th of July, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's other proof that today is also the 4th. She thinks I'm dramatic, but today is also the 4th of July too. Yeah, it feels better. It feels better. Lydia asked me. I said, she's right. It does feel better. There's that right there. You can see the fledgling right through here. That's the top part. There goes the mama bird right there. There she is. Yeah, she's kind of flying around me saying, hey, what are you doing? So I'm going to give her room to go back. That must be her whole family. It's interesting because I thought maybe it was a fledgling that came back. It was actually new baby birds that have been reborn. So this is the second load of those particular baby birds right here. Second load. Mama bird still, yeah, you can see them right in there. Yeah, they're like 3 or 4 of them. I think those are swallows. If you know the difference, leave a comment. I don't know in the Navy if they teach how to identify birds, but if you know, I think they're swallows because of the way the tail is. The tail, actually, there's a lot of them. There's probably maybe 6 of them right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 7. 7 swallows right there. Maybe more. Right here for the 4th of July. It's my little firework display in the middle of the day. A bunch of swallow birds coming through. Quite a bit of them. And this must be the whole family of birds celebrating the 4th of July and the new fledglings that are coming through right here. I'll try to show you. But those birds are protective. You can see right here, you can see the top part of the feathers right there on that little puppets that we made. You see the head parts of them right there. A lot of feathers sticking in there. They kind of flew off for a little bit. But, you know, birds are usually pretty innocent. My first page was pigeon. Went by pigeon 1 because it was mostly there as a message. So I was leaving a message to people about my indie film, that there are certain people out there that will come after you. I just like to look, you know, sometimes it makes me feel better. But those birds are doing just fine. You can see it's Trader Sam Enchanted Tiki Bar has reopened at Disneyland on July 4th of 2021. So that's hard evidence proof. It's nearly scientific proof, without a doubt. Unless he sent the image to me before you guys could get it, and I somehow dockered that on the screen. You can also see that he was standing right here next to this vehicle, this moment in time, at 2:34, within the actual moment of time. So that proves that we are currently in July 4th. So, just wanted to throw that out there, say happy 4th. Last night we did watch Inglourious Bastards. Shosanna! That's how he says it. Au revoir, Shosanna! Right, lets her go. She runs off and starts a theater, a cinema out in France, and builds as France, or builds Paris, or she helps build Paris, their cinema, and burns down the one and only Hitler and in his group. We watched that part. It was kind of funny. Actually, it's funny. I didn't notice how funny it was before that scene. The guy's trying to walk down the movie aisle, and he's, excuse me, sorry about that. And they have to get the whole place rigged, and they're about to come in with machine guns, and kill everybody, all these Nazis, and he's walking along like, excuse me, sorry about that. Excuse me. Kind of getting, sorry, didn't mean to get in your way. Right there in the movie theater. And then they light fire to the celluloid, burn down the theater, and get ultimate revenge, and everybody dies. The good guys win, right? Poor old Hitler burns to death. Actually, in real life, if you don't know, that was an alternate history. Hitler actually asked one of his soldiers to put a bullet through his head. And he pretty much killed his wife and poisoned the rest of his family. It's another movie. I don't really recommend it a whole much. I have a bunch of war films. Some of my favorites. Of course, the one we were watching is not in my war film collection. It's actually in my Quentin Tarantino collection. Right here. So I keep it next to Kill Bill. And right here in this little section where I also have those. Right here. Someone's favorite film the other day when we were at the movie theater was like a young college student lady that likes that film. It's amazing how many people still watch it. It is a well-written film. But this is what we were watching. Right here. Okay, there it is. There. For the July 3rd. Thought that was a good one too. Not Quentin, but it was based on a short story. Right there. Adventure is another good one. Still looking right now. Don't take an hour in the shower, man. Don't take an hour in the shower, lady. Seeing where they were, I kind of consider that, I guess this isn't a war film section, but really what it is this is a Bluetooth section right here. So it kind of goes over to this section, but there seems to be a few war films in there. This one being one of them. That's one of them right there. Actually a really good scene with Mel Gibson and Heath Ledger. I think Heath Ledger's in it. They eat an apple. It's a pretty good one. There. This is probably a really good one for the 4th of July, right here. I don't know, I might watch it. It's Mel Gibson, who did Passion of Christ, but it's The Patriot. So this is the real 4th of July. I don't know, I might go with this one, Possibility, which is actually a pretty good film. It's not too bad.
And I might go with that one. This is also a pretty good one about the assassination of bin Laden. I was there 9/11. I witnessed 9/11. I saw the destruction, what happened. This one's a really good one to celebrate. Assassination of a very dangerous militia leader. Killing's wrong, but we do it every day. People are tricky about it. They get tricky about killing. It's very tricky. Another good one that I do recommend, it's not necessarily about war, but it's about theater. I never really talk about it. But it's this one right here. I own this one. Shepard did talk about war. Sam Shepard. This is about one of the plays that he did with Nick Nolte. Sean Penn's in it. It's actually my favorite movie, even though it is a movie, but it's a documentary. It's my favorite one that shows the theater. Shepard talked about that it's like a horse race, running a horse race. That's how he looked at it. This one also is a pretty good one too. This is a little copy that I got. I don't remember where I got it, probably like at a bookstore or something, but it's Marlon Brando's directorial debut, and he directed it. He had a lot of problems getting this film lifted off because, well, it was getting passed around. So Brando held a meeting with a bunch of producers, a bunch of high dollar producers. They're all sitting at a table, and he brought in a gong, one of those dong gongs, dong. And he let everyone talk for a certain amount of time. I think it was like a minute or under a minute or something. And right whenever their time was done, he hit the gong, and their time was over, okay? So he got the next person talking, he's talking about One-Eyed Jacks, and he hit the gong again, gong, That person was done talking. And then he said, okay, why do you want to direct it, Oh, why do you want to direct it, And then he hit the gong, gong, right? Gong. Why do you want to direct it, Because this is why you want to direct it. Finally, he said, I'll direct it. So he directed it, and that was what he did, and it's actually quite the masterpiece.
Carl Malden played a part in it, as well as Marlon Brando.
Yeah, Brando had gone to jail a few times when he was in New York. He hit an actor. And they bailed him out. Elia Kazan bailed him out. It was a homosexual actor that went up to him and said something very, very offensive to him. And so he reared back and hit him right in the face. Or it was a very strange, it was a perverted actor that asked him a question, and so he was insulted by him and punched him in the face because he got up close to him, and they threw him in jail, and they went and bailed him out because he assaulted them, as opposed to me, the opposite. I got assaulted, and the guy gets away with it. Yeah, it's like I bailed him out. Like, just go ahead and hit me. You can get out. I'm an easy target. Another good war film, I think. Another good one right here. I think this is really good too. You could probably argue that maybe all films are a form of war. Spike Lee talks about that. It's kind of like a war, put on a war. You could even say this one is a war film too. This one is a war film. And even that one is kind of a war film. This one definitely And this one can be seen as a war film. And probably that's a war film too. You see them all as a war film. Although these are going to be categorized as actual war films. One of my favorites right there. That one's pretty good too. I actually put this as a war film. It's pretty funny. This one I tried watching. It's kind of crazy. This one's actually one of the all-time great ones right here. He was kind of a warrior himself. This was me in a play that I did. Played Arlecchino. There. The Three Cuckolds. I was in a play. It was imaginary. It's a poet right there. Looking it all down. Getting notes. This is actually a really good one if you're going to write screenplays. I've used it since, they talk about Chinatown, but Sid Field's really good. I used it since high school. It's a very long time ago. I looked at it a little bit in college and graduate school when I was in New York. I did have some of my books shipped to me when I was in New York, so I was able to go back and look at it. This one is good if you have a typewriter and you're just trying to get the structure of screenplay writing. Also, it's good because it shows kind of what a screenplay looks like what they really look at. You know, when you're writing one, you don't really do all this kind of stuff. All right. So this one's actually a pretty good one. Right here. This is actually a very good comedy. I got the screenplay to that right here. It's like $3, half price, $3.99. Now, if you want, this is also Billy Bob, really good masterpiece by an actor. I got to talk to him too. Told me a little bit. There was one thing I wanted to say about this play right here. This is a really good play for the stage. Right here. It's kind of a war play in a way. But it's also about a poet that's stuck in a really bad circumstance and has to use certain type of actors to create kind of a revolution in the institution. One of my really favorite ones right here. It's given to me by a lady in the Navy who I keep her name in secret. But it's a really good one. It's actually one of the best Hemingway books. This is actually probably my favorite Hemingway. Although I do keep the reason why I keep Old Man in the Sea by my bed is because it helps me dream. Oh, sorry about that. Helps me dream because of the imagery. So I read it, and sometimes I have dreams. Hemingway talked about people, you know, a person is a person, a woman is a woman, you know, a man is a man, a person is a person because they're a person. And he described people in kind of a real way, you know. He didn't try to categorize or say that you should look or be a certain way, that you're just who you are because you are who you are kind of thing. You know, we all have our little things that we do. That's my daughter right there. I have a daughter. That's my son. And that's my daughter and son together. David and Lizzie. Right there. I keep Gwenny's pictures in a special book. Because I don't know. I'd like to get all 3 of them together eventually and get a really good photo. Maybe I'll do that and we can vlog it together. Good chance. Got that in May. Getting ready, sweetie?
Yes.
For the 4th of July. There it is. July 4th. Independence Day. So I figured I'd do like a 20-minute shot for Independence Day. All right. So, happy Independence Day. I did the extra. Hey, I want to give you a hug for Independence Day. An independent hug.
Okay.
Well, you got to come into the light.
Come into the light. Happy 4th of July.
Feel better.
Feel better.
Independence Day.
Independence Day.